Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rick and I'm here with my haul video from our trip to Lebanon. When I'm recording this, it was about 3 weeks ago, but when this drops, it'll be over a month ago. As you guys know, I met up with Dave on Sunday, the 10th of November, I believe it was, at ParanoiaCon in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. But what you guys don't know is that Saturday, my girlfriend Bridget and I basically went on like a little day trip to all different stores in the Lebanon area, went and had a really nice dinner, went to a brewery, spent the night in a hotel, and then went to the convention on Sunday on our way back home. And I bought a bunch of stuff that Saturday. It was a very good day. Went to a few new stops, a few old stops, and I found a good amount of stuff that day. The first thing we did in the day, you guys will see, I guess in my next video, we went to the Video Game Movie Dome, visited Pam. Pam sold me way too much stuff. Stay tuned for the next video. You guys will see exactly what I got from Pam. And believe me, it's quite a lot. There's 4Ks, there's, what else is there? DVDs, there's steelbooks, there's video games, there's a package that she sent because she got even more stuff. So stay tuned for that. But then we went to the Cash Converters in Reading, Pennsylvania, and they were having a 5 for 10 Blu-ray sale. So I was in heaven, and I found 5 titles here, all for the collection. The first one was actually the movie that Bridget picked out. I had I believe it was Ferngully and the Secret of the Nim set, and Bridget wanted Ferngully out of that. She had no interest in the Secret of the Nim, so I sold that since buying this, and Bridget wanted this set more, so we grabbed it, and it is Anastasia, Ferngully the Last Rainforest, aka the Better Avatar, and Thumbelina, this being a 20th Century Fox triple feature. All the movies are on their own discs. So there's Thumbelina there, Ferngully, and Anastasia. So Bridget wanted to get that. So we got it for $2. You know, can't really pass up on $2 Blu-rays. You can't pass up on any good deal on a Blu-ray, right? The next movie stemmed from a conversation we had. If you guys watched my last video in the Hamilton book haul, I talked about Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and you guys could figure out a movie that I grabbed. And it was Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. Got this because we started talking about Pride and Prejudice and Zombies and how much I liked it. I've never seen this. So Bridget said I would probably enjoy this. And it stars, let's see, Anthony Mackie, Dominic Cooper, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. So I'm curious to check this one out. I've never seen it. Honestly, didn't have any interest in it. And Bridget said I should definitely check it out if I liked Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. So I'm thinking in January, maybe we'll do a double feature of this and Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. The next movie I got based on the lead actor. Have not seen it. Haven't heard much about it, but wanted to go ahead and grab it. It is A Hologram for the King, starring Tom Hanks. I don't know if it has anybody else. Yeah, there's nobody else in this cast list I recognize. It's rated R, 98 minutes from 2016. Let me know below, guys. Any good? Have you seen it? Is it worth watching? Should I prioritize this to the top of my list? This movie, the cast looks awesome. Definitely want to push this towards the top of my list. Also, the movie Once, which was by the same director. This stars Catherine Keener, CeeLo Green, James Corden, Adam Levine, Haley Steinfeld, Keira Knightley, and Mark Ruffalo, and it is called Begin Again. This will definitely be pushed to the top of my list. You guys know I'm a sucker for movies about music. Rocket Man, La La Land, Sing Street. I'm really a sucker for music movies. Bohemian Rhapsody yesterday. So, want to check this one out. This is definitely going to be one I watch sooner than later. And then the last one is a Blu-ray I just never really see. It's a movie I didn't own physically, so for $2, I went ahead and grabbed it, and that is The Firm, starring Tom Cruise. This was directed by Sidney Pollack, and yeah, Firm's a great movie. Tom Cruise crushing it in the early to mid 90s, as he was doing and still doing to an extent, if you count Mission Impossible and not The Mummy. So The Firm on Blu-ray. Then we went to a what was it? It was basically like an animal shelter funded thrift shop, or the thrift shop proceeds went to the animal shelter. Anyway, they had a bunch of stuff. I did buy a lot on this trip to flip, and probably most of it is already sold when I'm recording this video. I got multiple things at the store because all their DVDs were $1. But I only got one thing for myself. I am a big fan of The Real World and the Real World Road Rules Challenge. So especially early years of The Real World. And that's why I had to get Decade of Bloopers, The Real World with Parental Advisory, hosted by Puck. Yeah, this is from '02, so it was back when I watched The Real World. So I'm definitely excited to visit this and see what kind of stuff is on it. I know pictured on the front there is The Miz. If you guys didn't know, The Miz, the wrestler, started in show business as Mike Mizanin, a cast member of The Real World, who, when he was on The Real World, talked about how he wanted to be a professional wrestler, and everybody thought he was crazy and made fun of him, and he went on to become a multiple-time world champion in WWE. So very cool. Wanted to grab that. We went to a Walmart, and I had a gift card for Walmart. I still have gift cards. Well, as of the recording of this video, I still have them. Hopefully I use them on Black Friday / Brown Thursday. But wanted to grab some Blu-rays they had for $5. And I ended up buying a new release DVD for full price. We'll get there. The first Blu-ray I grabbed, I am a sucker for Armie Hammer, so I grabbed it. Also stars Alicia Vikander and Henry Cavill. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I know I've heard mixed things about this, but for $5, I figured why not? Let's take a shot. Hopefully it's not as bad as I think it could be. 2-hour runtime might worry me a bit. But The Man from U.N.C.L.E., grab that. Next, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. I've seen this. I think I enjoyed it. It's been a while. But I love the artwork, and I think it would be a fun movie to revisit. So grab that. And then Secret Time. Apparently, I've never seen this movie. Unless I'm mistaken, maybe I saw it and I just don't remember it, and I'll watch it and it'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen this. Like, you're ridiculous. You've seen Stand By Me. You've seen this. The Outsiders, the complete novel. I see this cast and it's just not ringing a bell, but I could have sworn I've seen The Outsiders. I mean, I watched Stand By Me. I would think I've seen this multiple times, but I don't remember it. And for $5, I just went ahead and pulled the trigger and got it on Blu-ray. Hopefully, I mean, I'm sure it's great. I've heard it's great, but yeah. Have I really not seen this? I really don't remember. Am I really getting that old? And then, like I said, I got a DVD for full price because this was not put out on Blu-ray. It was a movie. When I saw the trailer, it like went to the top of that month's like movies that I'm looking forward to. I do that every month on Letterboxd, where you can follow me if you guys don't already, see everything I watch. But yeah, when this was coming out, I put it on the top of my list. Did not play anywhere near me. Did not get a Blu-ray release. When I saw this at Walmart, I think it was like $12 or $12.96. I bought it. Still haven't watched it, of course, because, well, but it has a nice matte slip. And the cast in this is really, really phenomenal. Walton Goggins, Olivia Colman, who was recently in The Favorite, Alice Englert, Caitlin Dever from Booksmart, Thomas Mann, Jim Gaffigan. The movie is Them That Follow. It was a Lionsgate release. Came out in 2019, 98-minute runtime. It looks really, really good. Do yourselves a favor, after you watch this video, check out the trailer for this. This movie looks really intriguing, and I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. I definitely want to see what it's all about. Obviously, the trailer shows me kind of what it's about, but I want to see what the full story is. So definitely looking forward to checking that one out. Then, guys, we hit up my favorite store. Game Traders Club. And you guys know when I've been there with Dave, I get on the ground and I bow down to the wall of Blu-rays. There's tables of Blu-rays. There's 4Ks. And Tim, who I met at ParanoiaCon, had reached out to me and he goes, just so you know, this weekend, Game Traders Club is having 5 for $10 Blu-rays, anything on the tables. And I'm like, oh man, like it's usually 3 for 10 and now it's 5 for 10. I usually find so much good stuff. So I'm going to show you guys what I have here. My initial receipt, I had purchased 15 movies off the 5 for $10 table. Apparently I've sold 8 of them, or 8 of them were to flip. They had a bunch of Blu-rays that were all, what do I want to say? They had Blu-rays that were sealed, like had slipcovers, were brand new factory sealed. And I bought a lot of them because, you know, it's Christmas time and they were going for good money. So, you know, not big profits, but, you know, probably sold them for like $4 and $5. So it paid for a lot of what I bought. And there was a few out of print titles that I found as well and sold those. But the first 7 titles I have here, I paid $2 a piece for. They're kind of in an order. Let's see. We'll do that, and then we'll do that. We'll do that first because that's not as exciting. All right. So this movie, it's not a movie. This Blu-ray set I had owned, but I was missing one of the discs out of it. It was part of that missing wrestling package that was gone for like 6 or 8 months, and then it showed up and half the stuff was missing and stuff was missing. Anyway, they had this one and it had all 3 discs, and I'm able to complete one of the 2 sets that were partial, and I'll probably just get rid of the other one since it's missing a disc and nobody wants partial discs or partial sets. And that is Stone Cold Steve Austin, the bottom line on the most popular superstar on the planet, a WWE Blu-ray for $2. There were other ones as well that I was going to grab, but they all were scratched, so I had to pass. This was a title I did not own on Blu-ray, and with Christmas time coming up, I wanted to pull the trigger on it. And that is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, this being the original TV special, so it's only like 25 minutes. But wanted to own this on Blu-ray. I have the other, the Jim Carrey movie. And if you watch my next video from Pam's, I might own the newer version of The Grinch. Spoiler alert, stay tuned. This was brand new factory sealed with a slipcover. Did not own these movies. No, they're not the greatest movies, but for $2 with the slip, brand new sealed. It is Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. And I love it because that's the slipcover and that's the actual artwork. I believe it actually came with a digital copy too, which came with both, and I had sold those and it more than paid for what I paid for this. So I got the movies and I got rid of the digital copies and 1 shelf space for 2 movies. I love it. A lot of people don't like that, but I don't mind multi-feature sets to save on space. So Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. This is a movie I've never seen. I thought it looked awful when it was coming out, but once again, I decided for $2 I would try to give it the college effort. I need to change the case it's in now because it's in a single disc case, so the Blu-ray and the DVD are stacked. And it is Father Figures with the slipcover, Ed Helms and Owen Wilson. Not expecting much from this one, but like I said, for $2 I checked it out, or I'll check it out. This is a great movie. Zach Galifianakis is phenomenal in this movie, and it is called It's Kind of a Funny Story. It's based on a book about a kid who goes to a psych ward, and yeah, it's a great movie. It's sad, but it's funny at the same time, and yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't. It's Kind of a Funny Story is a good watch. This was crazy because I'd owned Big Daddy on Blu-ray, brand new factory sealed still. Ended up selling that because I did not own the other movie in the set, and this was also sealed, and it is Big Daddy and Mr. Deeds. So I gained an Adam Sandler movie that I've only watched one time. And yeah, I love Big Daddy, and Mr. Deeds I've watched only once, so I'll be able to revisit that. And it's still brand new sealed, and just like my other Big Daddy, and basically me selling that covered the cost of a few Blu-rays. And then this, I had owned on Blu-ray. I had the 2-disc version, but this, usually a slipcover doesn't get me. Like, I'm not sold on a movie just because of the slipcover, but for some reason, I really love this slipcover, and it has like embossing on certain parts of it, and some of it's matted. And that is this Independence Day. This is brand new factory sealed, and it has standard artwork, you know that. But this, you know, it has this like Independence Day is like a gloss. The white part of the spaceship and the white part of the beam is glossy as well. So basically I got rid of my original Independence Day release and kept this one because of the slipcover. So like I said, brand new factory sealed for $2. And then I bought a few things that were a little more than $2 because they told me if I saw stuff on the back wall, which is a lot of the newer stuff, they would give me 25% off anything on the back wall. So I took a shot on some movies. The first two I paid $6 for. This one I bought because it's about wrestling. And the main girl looks like the girl from Silicon Valley. I'm like 95% sure it is. And that is Chokeslam. This was put out by MVD Visual. It also has Chris Marquette from Girl Next Door. And it stars, or has Mick Foley in it as well, under my finger. But that girl there looks like the girl from Silicon Valley. It was a wrestling movie. It might be awful, but I've never seen this out and about, and I took the chance for $6. The next movie is awesome. It is crazy. Not for everybody. Described as The Mean Girls meets The Purge, and I definitely can agree with that. This movie is off the wall nuts, and it is Assassination Nation. Don't read about this movie. Don't watch trailers. Just watch it. But be prepared. You know, where it tells you why a movie's rated R, it says disturbing bloody violence, strong sexual material, including menace, pervasive language, and drug and alcohol use, all involving teens. So it's that kind of movie, but it is awesome. It is wild. So Assassination Nation, glad to own this. Bridget needs to watch this because I don't think she's seen it, but that was really good. It's intense. Yeah. This movie I grabbed for $7.50 because I was hoping it wasn't going to be cheaper than that on Black Friday. I won because I think the cheapest it is $10 for the Blu-ray. And it came with the slipcover, and that is the new Child's Play. I really enjoyed this and added it to my collection for $7.50. Like I said, came with the slipcover there. So that was a cool addition. Brian Tyree Henry and Aubrey Plaza are good in this. I thought this was a fun time, so definitely glad to add this to the collection. And then the last thing I have here is probably the thing I was most excited about. Paid $11.25 for this, brand new factory sealed, and it's just something you don't really see out hunting used. And you know, for $11, I definitely pulled the trigger. I was going to pay $15 for it, and then he told me 25% off the back wall, and I was definitely buying it. And it is a brand new factory sealed copy of the Peanuts Holiday Collection. So this has It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, a Charlie Brown Christmas, and a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. So definitely glad to own all these on Blu-ray, all in a single case there. And definitely will be popping this open and checking out the Christmas one. Thanksgiving's tomorrow, so I don't know if I will watch that before Thanksgiving. But yeah, I'm going to definitely be checking these out with RJ and Bridget soon. Definitely watching Charlie Brown Christmas. And yeah, for $11, it was an awesome addition. That's it, guys. That was it for the Lebanon adventure. Then I went out to ParanoiaCon, met up with Greg and Dave. Checked out the convention. Also met viewer Tim. Tim was a super cool guy. Talked to him for probably like an hour to an hour and a half. Him and Greg and Dave was filming and talking as well. But it was a good time, and it was a good weekend. And that's it, guys. So as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to like this video. Subscribe if you don't already, guys. I appreciate it if you just hit that sub button. Trying to get me to my goal by the end of the year. We're so close. Maybe by the time this video comes out, we'll be even closer, or we'll pass the goal. But I'm sure you guys can kind of figure out where the goal is. As I'm recording this, I'm just under 1,900 subs. Got like a month left, and I'm trying to hit a certain sub count. You guys can piece it together. Be sure to check the description box down below where you can find links to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, letterbox where I rate and review all the movies I watch. Also, check out my eBay page. If you guys are interested in anything on my eBay page, message me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. Email me at downtomovie@gmail.com, and I can work on a better price for you guys. And also my P.O. box and email address down below. All that can be found down below. That's it, guys. As always, until next time, who's down to movie?